Hi there. So I've been wrestling with Google Ads for over a decade now, and honestly, sometimes it feels like I'm fighting a giant puzzle that keeps changing its pieces every time. But check this out. I built something that has been a totally game changer for me, and I call this tool a marketing ChatGPT. And it's basically a custom ChatGPT that helps with Google Ads. It's basically my digital brain for all things related to Google Ads. And today I'm going to show you 5 real ways you can use this tool every week that can save your sanity and boost your campaigns. No fluff or BS, just practical stuff you can actually use. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, first up, I don't know what about you, but I'm tired of digging through endless Google support articles whenever they change something, which is like every other week, right? So first of all, I want to use this tool in order to get all the information that I need without going through endless pages of documentation. So first of all, I want to ask a specific question related to my online course promotion. I have my course, I'm promoting it online, and I would like to use this ChatGPT tool to help me with it. So first of all, let's type, "Hey, Chad, what's the deal with smart bidding versus enhanced CPC? Which one is actually better for my course promo?" It works pretty similar to the ChatGPT, but it has few enhancements that I made with the custom configuration, and it makes it much better when it comes to Google Ads. So you can see here the answer: enhanced CPC. It's semi-automated. Google adjusts your manual CPC bids. You still set maximum, so you have control, and it's best for when you want some automation but still like having manual control. All right, makes total sense. Smart bidding. This includes strategies like target CPA, target ROAS, and all the automated bidding strategies. I want to get to the bottom of this. So which one is better for my course promotion? If you have enough past conversion data, at least 30 conversions per month, then smart bidding with target CPA or max conversion is better. It's fully optimizes based on Google's AI and adjusts in real time. Yeah, that makes sense. If you don't have much conversion data yet, enhanced CPC is safer since full automation needs data, right? It makes total sense because if we don't have enough conversion data, then simply Google doesn't have anything to work with. So we need, first of all, to start with something manual. But instead of using manual CPC, enhanced CPC takes into account conversions as well. So it's kind of like in the middle. But you can also use manual CPC bidding. In my opinion, it's fine when you're starting out, but it also depends on the amount. For me, for example, in my case, I have a relatively small set of keywords, so using manual CPC is feasible in my case because I can just go over all the keywords and adjust the bids manually. But if you're working with a large volume of different keywords, then you should start already with enhanced CPC. So let's see. If your course has a set price, target CPA and max conversion makes sense. If you had different course tiers, target ROAS could be better. So in my case, I have 2 packages, then target CPA and max conversion will make more sense in my case. So final verdict. If you just starting, go with enhanced CPC or max conversions to let Google gather data. Once you have enough conversion history, switch to smart bidding. Simple, straightforward, love it. All right, let's go to use case number 2. All right, let's see now how this ChatGPT works as a campaign setup assistant. So campaign setup, this is where most people waste a ton of money without realizing it. Let me show you what happens when I'm planning a new campaign for my course, and I'm going to use the marketing ChatGPT for this. So let's type in, I need to set up performance max for my Google Ads masterclass. What should my structure look like to actually get students and not just clicks? All right, let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Great move. PMax is a powerful for lead gen, but it needs the right structure to drive actual student signups. The campaign setup. Prioritize conversions, not clicks. Yes, that's what I want to do. Objective, leads. Bidding strategy, if you have pays data, target CPA. If you're starting fresh, maximum conversions. All right, let's look at the structure. I want to see the structure of PMax. Asset groups, break it down by audience segments. So we're currently trying to create a new Performance Max campaign, and let's see what suggestions does this tool give us. Instead of lumping everyone into one asset group, split them to better control messaging. All right. Asset group number 1, warm audience, retargeting and engaged users. Why? These people already know you, best chance to convert. Yeah. So we can create first group, put all the high intent users there. So it can be your website visitors, email list, previous buyers if we're trying to upsell something. But you need to take into account that PMax and the way it targets users is different from other campaigns. So if we, let's say, include our past buyers' data, it doesn't necessarily mean that Google is going to target our existing customers. It can also try to get new customers based on the data of our previous customers. That's kind of like lookalike campaigns in Meta. Let's look at the creative suggested. So testimonials, social proof, and sense of urgency. So at the last stage before buying, we need to show users why they should choose our course instead of competitors, because they're currently considering different options. They're scrolling through the websites, different websites, and they want to know why our course gives the most value. And this is the place to show it. Moving on to asset group number 2, high intent searchers. Why? People actively searching for Google Ads training. We need to create audience signals, custom intent based on keywords like Google Ads Masterclass, Learn Google Ads, PPC training. So this is not completely cold audience that doesn't know that Google Ads course exists. So they do know, but they haven't heard about us, haven't visited our website yet. So it's kind of like in the middle of the conversion funnel. And here the creatives should focus on the value and the expertise. That's what ChatGPT suggests, and I completely agree on this one. Moving on to asset group number 3, interest-based cold traffic. So this is cold audience, people who have no clue, and we are going to target them with ads, hopefully to spike an interest in our course. So why should we target this group? Expanding reach, but still relevant to ads and marketing pros. And here the audience signals will be people who are interested in paid advertising, digital marketing, freelancers, and agencies. Okay, that's pretty big group, and we can use this group in case we're trying to scale. If we're trying to maximize our profit, then working with the previous 2 groups will be enough for me. As for creative, it suggests hook them in with the unique angles. For example, struggling with Google Ads, here's the fix. All right, so you can clearly see that this tool gives away all of my marketing course strategy, but on a serious note, it actually shows that it is working very nicely. It knows what to suggest. It's very, very accurate. and I would actually consider using this approach as well. It spilled a lot of beans from my strategy, but I do have some kind of different approaches when it comes to promoting my own course. But nonetheless, this tool can definitely give me new ideas that I haven't thought about previously, which is very, very nice. You can use this tool basically as your own marketing assistant 24/7, working for free or like for the 10-20 bucks a month subscription. All right, let's move on to creative assets. Mix formats for better results. All right, that's pretty straightforward. You need to use different assets like videos, images, headlines, and play with it. And here it gives examples. We can ask him to elaborate or give additional ideas how to write ad copy. Then, in terms of landing page, make it lead focused. So it should have clear call to action, social proof, scarcity, simple form. All right, I think I got all of it, but it's interesting that it goes beyond just suggesting what should you do within Google Ads. It actually recommends you what you should have done within your landing page, for example, or a website, which is very nice bonus. Tracking optimization, all right, we got it. And pro tip, yes, we want pro tips. Pro tips, start with a small budget and scale smartly. I mean, that's pretty straightforward, nothing special here. It suggests here like from $30 to $50 a day. I don't know where it gets this budget from, but the budget should be always dependent on your goals, your marketing goals. What is your product price? I didn't say my product price to this guy, so I don't know how he comes up with $30. I mean, $30 is kind of like a general thumb rule. Don't start with marketing if you have less than $1,000 a month to pay, but this is definitely not right. It should only suggest budget after it knows your product or service pricing and then your marketing goals as well. So I don't think that's the correct one. All right, let's move on to final takeaway. Segment your asset groups between warm, search intent, and cold audience. You can also look at it as two separate groups, like you have warm audience and cold audience. Use high converting creatives, track conversions properly. Yeah, this is very important. I haven't mentioned this previously, but if your conversion tracking is not set up correctly, you should fix it right away. This can like really seriously mess up your marketing campaigns. Don't do that. Before you start with any campaign, make sure that the tracking conversion is set up properly. And the last one, scale based on real data. So double down on what converts and what is not, just exclude it. So far so good. Let's move on to the next use case. So the next use case will be ad copy. I wrote down here, rate this headline and description. Google Ads Masterclass, learn PPC today. Comprehensive course teaching you everything about Google Ads from basics to advanced techniques. And I asked him to be brutally honest. All right, let's see how he will roast me. Headline rating 5 out of 10. Ouch. Why it fails? Too generic. Google Ads Masterclass is clear but not compelling. Lacks urgency. Learn PPC today is okay, but doesn't create a strong reason to act. No unique hook. Oh, wow. He really roasted me here. What is the fix? Let's see. Master Google Ads and get more clients. All right. It's a good copy, but it is oriented towards a specific customer. And the customer is someone who wants to get more clients. This can be a business that wants to use Google Ads to promote, but it cannot be a person who wants to learn Google Ads in order to work as a Google Ads manager. So we're kind of hitting one audience, missing the other one. And in that case, we can test it out. First of all, we can test out multiple variations within Google Ads and see which variation appeals the most. But overall, yeah, it's a good suggestion. I would definitely try this ad copy and see how it will resonate with the audience. Then we have Google Ads Masterclass, Scale Your Business with PPC. All right. Google Ads Secrets the pros don't share. All right. Here we have some kind of like a scarcity. It's nice, but it's too, I don't know, it's too corny. I don't know. I don't know if I would use that. Let's see the description suggestions. Learn proven Google Ads strategies and scale your business fast. All right. I like that. From zero to expert. Master Google Ads and boost your revenue. Love it. Join over 1,000 students. We don't have 1,000 students yet. And run profitable Google Ads like a pro. All right. It sounds good. Just make sure that your numbers are actually correct and you're not making stuff up. So you can use this as a suggestion tool. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's 100% right, but it will get the closest as possible to suggesting you, because you need to take into account it doesn't know all the specifics. And I just started the conversation with this headline. It doesn't know anything about the business, doesn't know anything about my goals, and I can elaborate on that. So the more information I provide, the better response will be. Use case number 4, campaign troubleshooting. And this is where the real magic begins, because we all had this moment of panic when we check our campaigns and the numbers look terrible, right? So I created this prompt: help. My search campaign is getting impressions but barely any conversions. Here's yesterday data. I spent $120, 230 clicks, but 0 conversions. And my average position is good. So what's going wrong? This is like very, very basic. You know, you can actually export the data, export the tables from your Google Ads, insert it into this tool, and then it will give you like awesome insights, and you can ask him to create graphs. I'm just keeping it simple here because I don't want to make you fall asleep with the 2-hour video. So we're keeping this simple. Let's see what it says. Oof, that's rough. Spending $120, 0 conversions means something is seriously off. Let's diagnose and fix it. So first of all, it suggests to check click-through rate. If it's too high, your ads might be attracting wrong audience. Cost per click. What's your cost per click? If it's too cheap, then you're targeting low quality traffic. Okay, that's so these 2 metrics are important in terms of delivery. You need to make sure that your delivery metrics are okay, and if they are okay and you're still receiving 0 conversions, then you have some kind of issue between the process where the user clicks on the ad and tries to purchase. So somewhere in between there. So within your landing page, within your website. So let's see. Before we jump to that, we need to also make sure that the keywords are not being used as a broad match, because it can give you plenty of junk traffic. We need to check search terms report in Google Ads. That's excellent, because this is something that a lot of clients that I notice overlook, and search terms gives you exactly what people are searching for. So it's very straightforward and allows you to see, are you on the right track or not? And are your keywords too generic? Yeah, that's also very important. And now we're moving to step number 3. What happens after the user clicks on ad? So we have landing page experience. How is our bounce rate? What is the page speed? Is the website takes, 20 seconds to load? Does the page where the user lands have a clear call to action? And I can add on top of that, you can also look at the session duration. You can look at what kind of events person did within the website. Did he interact with the form? Did he interact with the video if you have on the website? If your website has many different pages, how many pages person visited before exiting the website? If it's an e-commerce, you can go into the sales funnel, look at the add to cart numbers, checkout, billing numbers, many more. So There's plenty of KPIs to work with outside of Google Ads. And here are some suggestions for that. And also ad copy. Is the ad copy attracting the right users? Moving on to step 5, building and targeting. Optimize for conversions, not clicks. Yeah, max clicks. Never use that strategy unless you want to receive a bunch of volume on purpose. But this volume will not be high quality users. You need to take that into account. There's a quick action plan, what you can do at this moment to fix the situation. And also, again, you can elaborate, provide more information, and it will give you a better approach, better solutions. Use case number 5, and this is the last one for now, last one, but definitely not least, big picture strategy. This is where most courses and tutorials totally fall behind. So I wrote, I got $2,000 to spend this month on promoting my course. How should I split up to actually get the best return? And I also mentioned that my course cost $497, just as an example. Let's run the numbers. All right, let's make sure your budget is spent smartly. Goal, maximize enrollments. So we want return on ad spend driven plan. Since you're selling a high ticket course, we want a strategy that warms up cold leads and converts high intent buyers efficiently. So this is the suggestion. So it has 4 different campaigns, 4 different channels: Performance Max, YouTube ads, search ads, and retargeting, which will be display and Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so it suggests actually here beyond Google Ads, it also suggests us to use Facebook and Instagram. Very interesting. Here, the suggested budget split and the strategy for each one of them. And also it elaborates here on each channel separately. Very cool, very nice. So there you have it. Real 5 ways I use marketing ChatGPT to make my Google Ads campaigns actually work instead of just burning through cash. I built this tool because I was frustrated with generic advice that didn't apply to the real world of digital marketing. Everything you saw here comes from my decade of experience and thousands of dollars in testing. And the best part, I'm making this available to everyone for free. So feel free to check the link in the description below to start using Marketing ChatGPT right now for your own campaigns. No strings attached. And if this was helpful, smash that like button and drop a comment letting me know which use case you try first. If there's enough interest, I might do a deeper dive on how I built this thing. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one.